Like I said, you gotta be patient, man, because your spirit operates on a different time than your flesh, man. Let's see, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna get Romans 8 and verse 25, and I might read up a little bit, man. Actually, I might read down because this is a pretty good chapter. Let's see. It says Romans 8 and verse 25. But if we hope, let me start up a little bit for Slovakia. Let's see. Verse 24. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 23. Romans 8 and verse 23, it says, for not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body, man. So groan within ourselves, man. It says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. See what I'm saying? So if it's right in front of you, there's nothing to hope for when it's here. That's how you know that, like, once it's done, once YAHAWASHI cracks them clouds, then it's over with, man. Because it just said that hope that is seen is our hope. So when he appears at the appearing, of YAHAWASHI with them chariots, man. You know what I'm saying? Then that's in our be all. You should have acquired the hope. This is why we do this now, because he hasn't shown, man. Because if he does show and we try to do it then it's not. What we have is not substantiated upon hope, man. See what I'm saying? Now, what we do now is basically so that we can appreciate what we get, man. Because the Lord, he could have just gave us the kingdom, man, and it had us not work for it, even though we don't deserve it, honestly. But then we wouldn't appreciate it, man. This is a process of appreciation, man. To appreciate what we're getting, man, and it makes it that much better, man. It's a balance. But aside from that, if you when the time comes when the Lord is here, there's no hope. Like, I mean, there's hope if you have the elect, because he's getting you up out of here, but you didn't build anything about hope. Now you're just going by carnality. You're going by what you see. You're saying, oh, I see him, so I believe. You're I see, I believe. See what I'm saying? So right now you gotta do this now, because right now we don't see. See what I'm saying? Now you have brothers in this truth that sure they may have been given a little bit more than others, so the Lord might give them some visions. He might have an angel visit them, do some miracles. You never know, man. But aside from that, still, man, it's substantiated upon hope, man. Now everybody's spirits are different, so they have different measures, and the Lord knows how to deal with them, keep them in the spirit if they are the elect, man. And he's not gonna let them fall aside, but you gotta do it. Let me just read it back, man. I'm not gonna keep reiterating myself, man. Let me just read it back, man. For we are saved, it's verse 24, Romans 8 verse 24. We are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth yet he hope for, man? So you see it, so why do you hope? And that's point, like, period. I don't need to break it down, man. It says, but if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, man. So when you don't see something, then that activates patience. You see what I'm saying? So if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. So that's the whole point, man. See what I'm saying? Everything's done for a reason, man. The Lord is not gonna basically crack the skies until he believes that our hope and that our patience and that all these traits and attributes of a king, of somebody that's godly or of the elect or of the Most High, are these traits and these attributes are grounded into us, man, into the elect. So these attributes have to be grounded into the elect before he cracks the skies. Now I'm not gonna say that that's like for sure, because nobody knows the time of when the Lord's gonna crack the skies. I'm just saying that through the Spirit, this is what it is, man. He's looking for certain things to be grounded into the elect first, man. Certain traits, certain attributes, and one of those attributes is patience. One of those attributes is hope. So I said it says hope is the substance things hoped for. I'm sorry, Salakia. is substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. So this is the evidence of things that are not seen. It's the substance of things hoped for, man. And he wants you to have that attribute, because that's the attribute that he's looking for in a man of the Lord, man. Patience, hope. See what I'm saying? Meekness, taking heed. Now, to read down a little bit more, it says, likewise, verse 26, it says, I'm going to get 25, and verse 26 says, but if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmity. So yeah, we still have the Spirit. See what I'm saying? It says, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. It says that he that searcheth the hearts or the lob, the mind, knoweth what is the mind. So he that searches the heart knoweth what is the mind, because the heart and the mind are one and the same. It says the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High, man. So let's read it back one more time. It says, he that searcheth the heart knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High. And that's a really heavy, let me just highlight that. I don't know why I'm going to highlight it. That's really heavy, man. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, man. To them who are called according to his purpose, man. So it's all set up. It's his algorithm, man. It's according to his purpose. So everybody has different measures of faith and hope, man. But we all have one thing in common, is that we believe upon a name. See what I'm saying? And that we call upon a name, and that we believe that YAHAWASHI, is the Son of the Most High, and that he's a living power, man. That the Most High is a living power, man. And that he's gonna do what he said he was gonna do, man. I mean, that's like, these are key or core attributes, I should say, to the man of the Lord, man. See what I'm saying? So to read it down a little bit more, man. For whom, verse 29 says, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren, man. So our purpose is to glorify the Lord, man. Our purpose is to basically put on the Lord, so that the Father can show and glorify his Son, and uphold his Son, and show his love for his Son, man. And in doing so, the Lord is showing his love for us by letting us experience what it feels like to do that, man. And it says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say then to these things? If Yahweh be with us, who can be against us, man? So yeah, so always remember that, man. The Most High is with us. Nobody can be against us, man. Because we do this for YAHAWASHI, man. It's not for ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? And if we keep faith, and if we call upon the Lord, man, then nobody can be against us, man. See what I'm saying? Because he said he'll even make your enemies be at peace with you, man. And that's not the point that I'm trying to make here, but the point I'm trying to make here is that if the Most High be for us, who can be against us, man? Because we already won, man. That's the point. We already won. Now we're just basically acting it out, so to speak. I don't want to say acting, because that's a bad word, but to use for this particular example. But we're just playing it out, We're acquiring or putting on these attributes that we need to put on, so we could be appropriate for that time, man. We're ready for the wedding, so to speak. Let's get it. Let's see. That's another thing, man. That's how you know. It's kind of a side topic. I don't know. That's how you know who the children of the Lord are, man. Because it says that a father that spareth his rod from his son, or holding his rod from his son, does not love him, man. See what I'm saying? So we're getting our ass whipped, man. We were put under the curses. That's how you know that the Lord is dealing with us, man. Because he didn't spare his rod. We went off, so he punished us for it, man. Everybody else, they're living, they can live how they want to live, man. But Jake, we can't, man, because we're under those curses. But anyway, let's keep going. I think I already got that. Romans 5:3. Let's Let me just get some straight to the point scriptures. Let's get it.